Hi, and if you are new to Cricut and want to learn how to make cards from scratch, then I'm going to show you how to make this easy layered card in Cricut Design Space completely from shapes and fonts. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get to know your Cricut machine and become your own designer. And today we are making this gorgeous layered birthday card from scratch. It's so easy to make. I will take you through how to make your presents and your party hats and the stars in Cricut Design Space and make it all into a really easy birthday card. So what will you need? So you're going to need cardstock. So I ended up using, and I changed my mind halfway through, but I used two different colours of blue, a dark blue for my background and a lighter one, and then a blue glitter cardstock. These are all from my scrap box, so I am a big believer in saving all my scraps so I can use them for other projects. And then you're going to need a card blank. So these card blanks are from Home Bargains, so they come with an envelope and they're a couple of pounds. So I'll find some card blanks and link them on the bottom, but you can usually find them in discount stores all over the place. And what we're going to do is we're going to work through step by step, and I'm going to show you how it's done. Okay, so let's head on to Cricut Design Space and we'll get started. So when you're in Cricut Design Space, go to the top right hand corner and click New Project. You get this sidebar, just click that to get rid of it, and then in the left hand bar you're going to click Shapes. Then you're going to get a selection of 3 shapes, and we're going to choose a square. Now we want to make the square bigger and make an offset. So click on Edit in the top corner, and then this will open up and you've got Effects. Click on Offset and you can drag it bigger to make an offset. Click on the arrow on the side to get rid of it. Select all, and now you can slice it out. And what that's done is that's give you an offset, and you've cut that out of the middle to create a frame for your card. Now we're going to go back into the Shapes bar. So we'll click on Shapes, open it up, and we want a triangle, another square, and an oval. These are what we're going to use to make our present and our party hat, and they're actually really easy once you know how. So click on your square, again go up to Edit, and I still am struggling where this is. Once you've clicked on Edit, I'm going to duplicate one and put it out of the way first. Again, go to Effects and click on Offset. I've created quite a big offset on that. I want it to be quite chunky. Select all and slice. So I'm slicing again the middle out of the offset so that it creates a centre. Grab one of the squares, go to the top bar and unlock it, and you're going to drag it so that you can make it right across the middle like that. So it's going to be like a bit of a ribbon. So you want it overlapping the top and the bottom. It's really important because when you connect it together, you want it to all stick together. Once you're happy, you're going to duplicate it. If you hover over the corner, you'll get a little arrow, and that's going to allow you to just gently turn it round so that you can flip it so that it's the other direction. So what you're going to do now is just drag that bigger, make sure it fits, select all and weld. And if you look there now, you've got a present shape, but we need a bow. For this, grab your oval, hover over the corner and just rotate it round. And we want to create a bit of a bow shape. So I'm going to duplicate that, just so that I've got one to the side. I like to keep duplicates just in case. I might just drag it a bit thinner. So I've unlocked it and dragged it thinner. Now I'm going to go to the top and click Edit. In Effects, click Offset. You can drag the dragger to make it smaller or bigger. But I want it quite big because you want it to cut. Select all and slice it out. And you can see there now, I've created the first stage of my bow. So I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to drag it on the corner and turn it round. Then I'm going to move it over so that I'm starting to create a bow shape. But I think I might just pop another one in. So again, click on it, duplicate it, and turn it round. So I'm going to just move the side bits out a bit so that they overlap a bit and you've got that bow shape. Centre my present, select all, head to the bottom right hand corner and click Weld. And there we have got a present. So I'm just going to pop that into the bottom of my card. Now we're going to make a party hat. So I'm going to my triangle, go to the top bar and unlock it. And by unlocking it, what that does is it enables you to alter the shapes. So I'm going to unlock it there and just drag it into more of a cone that would be good for a hat. I'm just going to tip it to an angle. Now I'm going to make a few ribbons to go off the top of it. And to do that, I'm going to go back to the semicircles that I've got there to one side. And I'm going to hover one over the other. So if I just turn one pink or purple, you can see there that I'm just going to hover one over the other and just slice out a chunk of it. Drag it longer because you want like a bit of a confetti shape. And watch this. Select all, slice out, and I've got a confetti shape. Pop that on the top of my hat. I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm just going to pop a few on there, tilt that round, pop another one on, again, tilt it round. It's all about messing about really, so I'm just dragging that so that it goes the other direction. I like that new thing in Cricut Design Space where you can do that. Select all and weld. And there you got a party hat, and it was that easy. So now we can pop our party hat into our frame, and this is going to make up our card. So we're going to start to weld it all together. I'm undecided where everything's going at the moment, so everything will move. But the great thing about this is it's a process of you building it up. So we're going to go into the text tool, and I'm going to type in some text for my card. So we're going to type happy and birthday. You want to type it in capitals. The reason for this is that all of your heights are level so that it's easier to weld in and all match up. So I'm going to just drag that along the top, and then we're also going to type in birthday. But the aim is, and I've just changed the font there, but I'm going to change it again. So I'm just duplicating my font. So I've just got a box open and typing in birthday, again in capitals. You can change it until you're happy. This would be quite difficult to cut because some of them, if you look on the A, is very thin. So I was just getting them in, and then I can start to look at fonts. So if you go to the top hand bar, you've got a font box there that you can choose other fonts. Now what I've done here is I've filtered it. So on that little filter box, I've filtered 3 fonts, and then you can go through. So I quite like this one here, which is called Dua. So that's a free font, so you can use that. I'm not sure about selling. You'd have to change the Angel policy, or you can use your system fonts. But that is a free font in Cricut at the moment. So I'm just going to change both of my fonts so they match. And again, you can use any font you want, but you've just got to be mindful of how it will cut, because that's really, really important. So that won't change. Go back and do it again. And I've lost it. So I'll just type that in there. You have got a search bar there. And there we are. So I'm going to change that. Now, when I'm adding those in, you've got to make sure that your font overlaps your edges and everything is touching, because when this cuts out as a card, because it is like an open font and we're building it as a layered card, everything needs to touch. We're not building layers and sticking stuff on. It's all cutting as one. So now what we're going to do is start positioning our presents and our party hats. So I've put one there. This one I'm going to turn round. So again, just using the arrow, and that arrow is really useful. And making sure that everything's touching. Now, the words, they're touching the top and bottom. So now we're going to build all of the other elements so that we try to connect as much as possible. So I've got my present there. We might make that a bit bigger yet, we'll see. I'm just changing the shape of this one slightly to see if that works. So we can just drag that down smaller. I think I'm going to just... But you can just drag it till you're happy with the shape. And now what I'm going to do is I want a star. So I'm going to go into the free shapes bar, get a star, go up to edit. And again, struggling to find it. It's just for years of using it, it's thrown me. Go into effects and add an offset to my star. And slice that out. And that's how you're going to get your star outline. So I think, I'm not sure, I think that's a bit thin. I'm going to go in and add an offset to that. And you can do that. Once you've got an outline, if you want to make it thicker, just add another offset. You can start small and build up big. You can see that would be too thin. And now I'm going to pop my star in there, turn it at the corner and drag it till it's touching most things. So everything has to be touching at least something on the outside, because otherwise it will fall off when you cut it. So now I'm going to do the same with this star. Pop it in, position it. I'm going to turn it round because it looks odd them both going in the same position. And now you can see that your pattern is, or your card is starting to build up. So I think we're going to add one more star. So just duplicate that and I'm going to pop that down here. You don't want to overfill it, but it's whatever works for you. It's your design. You can do whatever you want. You can put names in it, ages. You could just do 2 giant letters. But once you're happy, select all and weld it together. And once you've done that, you can start building up your layers. So we're going to make this a 3-layered card, and that's going to fit onto the top of a card blank. I had decided to use blue in the end for all of my layers, but at this stage, at design stage, I still don't know. So I've changed my background grey. So just hit bottom right hand corner, background colour, and change it. And I've coloured my top colour white. And this is brilliant because the more you work through, it ends up that you get an idea or a vision of what you want your colour to be. So what I'm going to do in my second layer is I'm going to head down to the bottom right into the contour tool, and I'm going to remove the contour of the middle of the presents, not the bows, and the stars, and they're going to be my middle layer that has got a different contour to it. Then I click apply, and there is my layer. I'm going to change that colour, so for now I'm going to do it red, but this ends up being a pale blue layer, but that doesn't matter. It's all about getting it all built up, and then you can mess with colours, which is why it's worth working in colours. So now I'm going to duplicate that layer, go into the contour tool. I'm going to just click hide all colours or all contours and apply. Now I can change that colour. So this is where I start faffing about and deciding. Now you can see that's the solid layer. If you go into the sidebar on the right hand side, I'm going to just change colour. You can just drag it down, or you can right click and send it to the back, and you can start to see it building up. So now's the time where if you're not sure about your colour, which I just wasn't, you can start messing about and changing. And alright, you can't get it in exact in Design Space, but if you click on the advanced tool, you can start messing about. And I knew that I had this scrap of turquoise glitter, so I thought, right, well, what works with that? And decided that then I could fit a pale blue in the middle, and that really works. So here's a card here. So what I want to do is just make sure I measure my card. So it wants to be, I'd say 5.5. This is a square card, but we'll just double check. Yep, 5.5 by 5.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 3 colours. I'm using all scraps because I love to use the scraps and make sure that stuff that I've used before gets used, and that will be the perfect colour for a card. My top layer is going to be, I think, my glitter layer. Yeah, because I think that'll have the most impact. So I'm going to use the glitter layer, but you can do it whatever way you want. This is quite an old mat, so I'm going to use my brayer, and that's a really, really good tip if your card isn't cutting well or not sticking to your mat. If you use a brayer, it sticks it down. It's got a bit of a flip up on that corner, but that is stuck down really well to say that it's such an old mat with glitter cardstock. So now in Design Space, I'm going back to my card, selected all 3 layers, right click and select all, and just drag them. So I'm just zooming in there to make sure that I've got my measurements right, and I'm happy, so now I can send it to cut. So my top layer is glitter cardstock. Here it is on the mat, they're all there in position. So I'm going to set my base material, which is going to be glitter cardstock. So what I've done there is I've clicked on heavy, so just click on it, and then go back in and change it if you do make a mistake there. So I thought there's no point cutting that out because you can go back, and I wanted to show you that. Now we can send it to cut. And here we are cutting out, so you can see that it's cutting through. And it just makes such a big difference using the brayer. So I will see you at the other side when it's all cut out. Okay, so we're all cut out. One thing I've noticed is the back isn't right. Now, it was definitely the right size when I put it through the machine, but halfway through the Cricut I got the red dot of doom, so I had to resend it, and I don't know what's happened because it seems to have resized it. It was definitely the right size because I sent it, but it's cut off the edge of my cardstock as well. That was my fault because it was a scrap. I could have just cut this out and corrected it myself and not told you, but then I thought, well, do you know what? If you make a mistake, it's better to see it, isn't it? And with that, there is no big deal because it fits across there, and I'm just going to slice the top of that off a guillotine and glue it on. So that will be fine. So what I'm going to do is just slice that top corner off. And yeah, that has got to be something to do with it crashing because it's just like a funny shape. Yeah, and that's fine. I'm going to filled that up with sticky pads, but that can go straight on the back of that. So I'm going to use glue for that. It doesn't have to be so fine, so I'm going to take off the fine tip. What I'm going to be mindful is that it might, over the edge here, not fit fully. I'm just going to put little dots around. As long as everything else is stuck down well, it'll be fine. The bottom more or less lined up, and the top, and it will dry because we've got another layer going on, and that's going onto the card. So you're going to have to do it from the back and just make sure that nothing's overlapping. And there you go, that's the first layer. And once we've got that, we can then pop our top layer off. So I'm going to use sticky pads for that because I want that one to be a bit lifted. So I'm going to use these small sticky pads. Any big spaces, you can use a big one. And I'm going to use a hook to do that. And again, if you're new here, please excuse the snoring French Bulldog and Pug. They live more or less all the time under my desk while I'm working and like to provide a little soundtrack. So I'm going to try and pop them on and peel them at the same time. So I'm looking for big enough areas that I can fit those in. And if you do have any areas that you think, oh, that'll just, you'll notice the sticky pads, then just cut them down, cut them in half. They can be smaller. So on this side edge, I'm just going to pop the small ones on. And then I've got these really tiny ones, but they're going to be good for the present. Once you've got all of that ready to go, you can then pop that on there. So the aim is you don't want to see any of your little tabs. And you want to get your placement as square as possible. I find standing up to do this helps because you can't see when you sat down. And there you go, so that's on. Now what we're going to do is add that to the card. And I'm going to use my easy runner for this. This is just brilliant. Just run the tape on. And there you go, one gorgeous layered card, all made from shapes in Cricut Design Space. How did you get on? It's easy, isn't it? So let me know how you got on in the comments. I will also link another card making video because I've got a gorgeous home card that you can have a go of. And I will pop a link to my playlist below of all of the different tutorials I've got for making things with shapes in Cricut Design Space. And the great thing about that is you don't need a subscription. You just need a bit of vision for what you want to create and just start slicing and welding. And once you start slicing and welding, you can create anything. So thank you for crafting along. I will see you next time and happy crafting.